Alright, so there's this alternate universe, right? And everything in this alternate universe is just a little off. For instance, in this universe in the year 2001, a new organization is founded called the Anti-State Society.
Yeah! The ASS. Was an effort to recruit 1 million people who were against statism to move to a single state in the U.S.
Alright, so the first thing they wanted to do was to create a logo. Alright, so they were inspired by the Gadsden flag, but they thought, the snake is a little aggressive, so we need a cute animal that's non-threatening, but also personifies the ideals of freedom and self-defense. So the animal they chose, of course, was the skunk.
Now, the group also had to come up with a motto for their logo. So they came up with the motto, "Statism stinks in our lifetime."
So 2 years later, the group finally reaches 1,000 participants and votes on their destination state, and the winner is, logically, Texas.
Now, some participants were very eager, so they moved to Texas right away, and the following summer, the ASS sponsored its first annual Skunk Fest.
Now, the ASS developed a detailed political program to which all participants had to subscribe.
Now, this is a 3-step program. First, secede from the U.S.
Step 2, join Mexico.
Third, liberate Mexico for sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
And the movement quickly developed 2 factions. The first faction was devoted to within the system political activism, and the second faction was dedicated to, of course, violent revolution.
Now, there were about 10 guys here who formed what they call the Anti-Town Society, and their mission was to free Houston.
Local opposition emerged when they tried to legalize skunk bestiality.
To raise money, so they decided that they would form strategic partnerships with Mexican methamphetamine gangs.
Alex Jones is quoted as saying, "Those guys are nut jobs."
Needless to say, none of this ever came to much, but people still hear about the great skunk invasion of 2003.
Where do I find this ASS? And how can I get some? So I'm wondering if do they get double the score for the 2 of them or half the score? I'll work on that myself, but I mean, part of me wonders if you're not all to blame for this. I mean, I was happy, fat, and ignorant, and now I'm just happy and fat. I mean, I used to pay 9% income tax. I used to pay 9% sales tax. And suddenly I moved to New Hampshire and I don't have to pay that. I mean, my kids used to learn that the government's always right in California. And now I could learn that the government's always wrong in New Hampshire. And that was Ron Paul. I mean, I used to think libertarians used to sit in a dark room and debate parliamentary procedure. And you know what? I'm right. And then I heard about this crazy thing called the Free State Project. And it's your fault. Damn you.
You know this is not good when I'm standing up. I've seen it. I've been in the movement a long time. I've seen a few libertarian super couples, but this is the first one where we're both heterosexual. And I didn't even mean your sandwich. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the real thing to the stage. Thank you. Just
Oh, yeah. Stand up for the Keaton woman, my God, yeah. All right. I gotta stand up for that too. That was just awesome, and also in general for what you started. Obviously, this is not specifically about the movement. Your speech was fantastic. It was great, but the movement itself. Thank you, guys. Fantastic. Love the speech. There were a couple holes in the speech, but when you're talking about asses and you got holes, no problem. I was trying to figure out a way to follow up on this guy, all of us. I'm like, what can I do? So thanks, great job, really.